Hey everybody, Steve Ritter. So part 3 of the dinner for the Ravishing Mrs. Ritter tonight. So tonight it's an experiment. So this is what would this be? It's not concocting, calculating with the kernel. So looking at reverse searing a steak. So this is not dry aged. These aren't dry aged steaks. These are just regular old steaks. So I'm gonna try that method. So down below you can see the method, the directions, and all I'm gonna let the meat do the talking. So we got a little quality cut meat, and we're gonna try. I'm not a big fan of rubs, as I've mentioned before. If I get a good quality piece of meat, salt and a little bit of oil, and that's good. I mean, it does it up real nice. So reverse sear, basically I'm gonna put it in the oven first. And get it up to an internal temperature. So about 45 minutes at 275 degrees is going to get me to about medium rare, which is kind of what I'm looking for. That's what I like. So I did it with the dry aged. I did it in the oven at 275 for 50 minutes, and that was a little too much. That was a medium. So I've got a couple of steaks here. I'm going to kind of do them up and put them in the oven, and I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out. So let's see. So here we are. Oop, if I don't drop this. Can you guys see that okay? All right, so I've got a couple of pieces of meat here. I got myself a New York strip, which I'm a big fan of. So that's nice. So you notice it's a little different than the dry aged, which basically they put it in the cooler for a couple of weeks. So the dry aged steaks they had there weren't going to be ready for another couple of weeks. So this is a New York strip, and then the Ravishing Mrs. Ritter is a big fan of fillets here. So I got her a nice fillet. Season these up. I got my oven preheated to 275. So there's our nice little dainty lady steak here. So now I do like a fillet myself, but tonight I'm in the mood because I had a smoothie for lunch, so I'm pretty hungry right now. I'm gonna just kind of slather this over with oil, and then I've got some kosher salt. This is just olive oil here is all this is. I've got some kosher salt that I'm gonna coat this with. Now the last steak, a lot of you mentioned, "Whoa, well, Lordy, that's a lot of salt on there." Yeah, it is. But it's good. It creates kind of a crust on the outside. So this is just regular old Morton's kosher salt. I use this to keep a box of this to help clean my cast iron. It's a nice abrasive. Never use soap on cast iron. You want to upset a southerner, then just clean your cast iron with soap and water. That gets us every time. So I had a cousin post that the other day, a nice little meme. So just a nice generous amount. This is probably a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more. Just get it in there real good. Cover it up real good. I'm gonna put this on the rack itself. I'm gonna put a pan underneath it in the oven, and angle this back up here, sorry. So 275 for 40 minutes, and then I'm going to take it out, and then we'll sear it after it's cooked. So these are going in the oven now, so I'm excited. So keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully it's going to be good. So I'll be right back. All right, so the steak's been cooking now, 275 for 40 minutes. Let's see what they look like here. Oh yeah. So not anywhere done. It's just got them to an internal temperature. I'm going to go ahead and take some aluminum foil and tent them. Just kind of, they'll continue cooking a little bit. Simple little temp, so they'll continue kind of cooking internally till I'm ready to start searing them. So we'll be right back when we're ready to start searing them now. All right, so you can see from the smoke rising there, I got my pan really hot. I'm going to go ahead and sear these. You want to get your pan as hot as you can. We'll go ahead and drop these in. Probably 2 to 3 minutes on each side. We'll try that and see. It's going to give it a nice sear in and hold in that flavor. Really liking cooking like this, searing it like that. You can see it's already starting to develop the crust on the outside. Now you don't have to worry about cooking it through. It's really just kind of searing it, giving it a nice crust. Go ahead and flip it over. So it's not even 2 minutes each side. It's like probably a minute each side. Folks have commented that I move it too much, so I'm trying to pay attention, trying to learn a few things. You know, you're never too old to learn, right? Once you stop learning, you start dying, right? So this is definitely this meal we're having tonight with the steaks and with the potatoes au gratin and the asparagus. It's not low cal, but that's okay, because again, I had a smoothie for lunch, so I need cal. I need cals. See that? Nice coating on that. So I'm gonna kind of. So these are a little thicker. Again, that's for the reverse sear. That's kind of what you're looking for. A little thicker steaks to works best for this reverse sear. These are 1.5 inches thick. How I had them cut them. Usually you don't get them this thick in a pack. So you can go up and ask your butcher, the grocery store, to cut them for you. Set it on the side here. Now you can, I've seen, you know, before where people will take butter and thyme and all and put that in there as well. Like I said, I'm going to let the meat do the talking. I'm a little worried about how hot that pan is. Dropping butter in there, boy, it would probably like go supernova when it hit the pan. So I'm going to kind of steer away from that. But I'm just looking to get a nice coat on here. Nice crunchy sear. And the Ravishing Mrs. Ritter raved about those last time. Let's see if we can repeat the performance. I can't wait. Boy, this smells good. Looking pretty good. And that looks done. I'm going to go ahead and take these off. Let them sit for a minute, and then I'll be right back. We'll cut them open and see how they look. All right. Whew, I had a lot going on tonight. So the reverse seared regular steak. The only thing about it that I found now, the second time I've done this, is that when I have the fan off, because I'm filming, it gets a little smoky in the house. So make sure you got your fan on high when you do this, because you got the pan real hot and it's smoky. But let's go ahead and cut this open and see how it is. So 40 minutes at 275. Let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then we under a tent, and then we pan seared it. So I'm looking for medium rare, and that's what I would call that. So that's certainly better than the medium I ended up with last time. So nice pink on the inside, and you can see the outside there. Nice sear. That's a nice medium rare right there. So real happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and take a bite, taste it. So nice and tender. Get this here so you can see. I'm so excited. I can't hardly wait. All right, so trying it here. So let's see. And I love the crust around it. Nice. And it's so thick with the salt too, and it just mixes real nice with the juices. It's juicy, tasty. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, thumbs up, like and subscribe. The directions reverse sear down below. It's the Colonel. We'll see you all later. Take care.